Morning, everybody, and welcome to Hi. We are jump the circuit this morning and get studio in here. Yeah, well, sorry, mate.
There I am.
Right, we haven't got Ufa because I know he's back the other day.
Probably too much outdoor riding to do. I can feel that rest on my legs after the workout. They're not responding as well.
Everybody in this front bunch now, one is on it. They're on mountain bikes. One gravel bike.
Yeah, I think I got stuck in with a bunch of people on road bikes.
And
There we go. Now I'm back.
yeah, and the road bikes are struggling.
Yeah, I was back quite a ways. I had to do a short sprint to catch up.
Hey there, Vonnie. Appreciate you sharing the stream. Thank you very much, my friend. It's me.
I wouldn't mind doing this this route in real life. Not a big fan of it on Zwift though. Last week when I rode out to spend the night at the lake, the last bit of it after all the hills is a probably about a 2 mile long dirt road following along the side of the lake. And that was right when my wife passed me, was right before we got on that dirt road. So I stayed. I was drafting behind her. We were going down that road at about 25. Pretty cool. Felt nice because it was the end of the ride and the end of the hills. And then to be able to draft like that was kind of cool. And I was trying to dodge potholes as they would come out. And I'd have a split second to think about it. That was fun. If anyone didn't get the public service announcement at the beginning, or a basic Zwift frame. Are they saying that a basic Zwift frame is as good as a gravel or mountain bike?
No, mountain bike's fastest around this link. By quite a way. There's 16 of us in this front club, 10, quite a way behind now. Nearest is 10 seconds, then 30 seconds, then a minute. And yep, they're on road bikes. I certainly can't say that I didn't warn them, can I?
There's a few warnings.
Some people on the Tron bikes graving it out. There's no one removed yet. Surprisingly. So many Tron bikes at the front now. There's two.
Thanks for the ride on, Owen.
Hey there, Owen.
Whenever I hear that trick, supercal, I think of supercalifragilistic
Expialidocious. How are your legs doing today, Owen? Are you recovered? Not so much. Workout did not go well this morning. It's coupled with a heat and humidity in the basement at the moment.
That workout got me when after we stopped, and I had that rest in between. Yeah, that was a great job not giving up yesterday. That's for sure.
Yes.
When the groaning happened, I was like, oh, is Owen going to make it?
There was definitely some encouragement going on there, wasn't there, Owen?
And then the one point when Owen started saying stuff, and you were like, oh, no, don't talk, Owen. Just ride. Save your breath. Oof. Yeah, I don't like it whenever my heart rate just for some reason doesn't want to match the power that I can normally put out. Happens to me randomly. Some days I'll be like pushing out power, my heart rate will stay nice and steady, and other days I'll do the same power and I'll be way high. And then I always think, oh no, I finally caught COVID. And then I do a test and then I don't have it. Uh-oh, I'm way ahead. Ooh, you removed the fence, huh?
For the sprint.
Oh yeah, that was a sprint, wasn't it? That's why I'm ahead.
Whole bunch, so kind of way ahead. Like 8 of them.
What's that, the heart rate excuse? That's my favorite excuse.
Which is that?
Some days my heart rate's just way up.
Oh,
And I can't push the same power without getting tired. I think it has to do with my sleep. Because usually it's later on in the week that all of a sudden my heart rate starts going up. And usually on a normal week by then, I'm starting to get a little sleep deprived.
yeah, even on the
Because
flats, my heart rate was north of 170. And it just would not come down after that first pull.
Yeah, that's when I tuned in. I think it was right after your first pull.
So Owen, I was
yeah.
more than happy to come back and help you up that climb. Give me a rest.
Yeah, I remember that. You did say that you lost control of your heart at one point.
Yeah.
Your heart rate. I think that was shortly after I joined, and I was like, uh-oh, here we go. Hopefully this works out. it is an amazing thing when all of a sudden on a climb you're resting and you're finally bringing your heart rate down.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a thing that only happens in team time trial events.
You know, you did really well to keep GXY behind you yesterday on solo.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that they wouldn't catch you, but I didn't want to say anything because I know you've given it everything that you had, and I didn't want to burn you out. I wanted you to just keep a steady pace and keep them behind you. That's what I was willing, what I was hoping for, and you did it.
In fact, by the time you guys got to the top of that climb, they were further back than they were when you guys started the climb.
Not only they were catching up, coming up the climb, but so many teams just can't pace themselves very well. And I think that was evidence of them not being able to pace themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause the only difference I really saw, I mean, you guys bunched up at that point, and I think that was helping out a little bit, but
yeah, I haven't watched the video
Other than
back
that,
yet to see when you dropped off though, and that was quite amazing. In 1 second you're with us, and the next thing you were 10 seconds behind. I just don't know what happened there. And of course, we're all super tucking, so we're not putting any power out, so we can't even drop back to come and collect you.
yeah, was it on the downhill?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I dropped off the back at one point. I was super tucked, so I put a little bit of power in. I think it really helps the team in a super tuck if one person can occasionally just put a sprint in, just to get the whole blob speed up. Someone on the back, just sprint through the pack.
That's
Just
actually
put
not
a little
bad
bit of
idea.
extra speed in.
It's not a bad idea if everybody like takes a turn doing
Yeah.
that, because then
Yeah.
it also makes your legs feel better
Right.
if it's a long one like that.
And although I hadn't said that, we seem to be doing it. Brett did it, Graham did it, I did it. I know, right?
Forgot to hit my power. I'll do it here, I guess.
I sent a message to David when I registered for this yesterday. I said, yes, jungle.
When I saw it, I said no. Or actually, you were the one who told me.
Yep.
Something about this route, I don't like it. I think it's that, like, especially on the hills, it feels like you have to work so much harder. Cool. Is that a flying mermaid? What the heck was that? Oh, maybe it's a bird. I hope it's a bird.
I'll have one of whatever you've been drinking.
You never know. Maybe it's a mermaid swimming through the waterfall. You know.
Let me know if you see any.
Tree.
Let me know if you see any flying pigs. While you're out on your bike ride today.
I might.
Yeah, Owen said it's a palm tree. There you go. It's a flying palm tree.
Yeah, I like that mention in the middle of the team time trial. Oh, look, a palm tree. Yeah, given how hot it is here and the humidity, I might just see flying pigs on my way to work. You never know. I was definitely seeing stuff on my ride back on Sunday. I spent a little too long directly in the sun without cooling myself at all, and pushing kind of hard. Oh yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to that ride out near you this weekend.
Yeah, get on your bike now, ride over. Yes, they've changed the pig to a squirrel. Glad to see.
Have we been able to get actual in real life confirmation of a palm tree in that spot in London yet?
No.
I'm waiting. There must be a reason why they put a palm tree there. Maybe
Because
it's
they
like
can.
Hard Rock Cafe London. I could imagine a Hard Rock Cafe having a palm tree in front. Maybe it's Margaritaville, London. Yeah, so essentially the route I did a couple weeks ago, going to Castine on the coast and back, I did the ride that I was supposed to do. That was the 80-mile route, and supposedly it's a whole thing where like you go do the ride, and then afterwards there's a whole big friends and family party on the waterfront with bands and beer and all kinds of stuff. And I was thinking after my 80-mile ride, I was
hey, quiet a minute, just a minute. Jeffrey, buenos dias, thank you for dropping in the Steam chat. I had to wait to get a word in edgeways there. All right, carry on.
Wait, whose live stream is this anyway?
That will be mine. I can mute you.
But yeah, now after I did that 80-mile ride on a warm day, as I imagine it will be August 6th, I was like, wow, how's anybody really gonna hang out for the family and friends party and have a good time after doing that 80-mile ride with over 5,000 feet of climbing, and I'm sure there'll be some racing. I guess if you don't plan on doing anything on Sunday, then you just go for it. Eat some food, and then drink a couple beers, and then forget about it, and then wake up the next morning in pain. Do you guys just pretty much stare at each other at the barbecue, Owen? I always feel like after a 100-miler, all you can do is just sit there and just kind of look at each other through glassy eyes. Although it is pretty fun when you've ridden with everybody and you can just talk about it. I guess the thing I don't like is if I have to go somewhere where nobody's ridden 100 miles ever in their life, and now you have to be the one that's all tired and no one wants to talk about it. Oh, just right on the edge. Yeah, no one wants to pass this fence today.
Ah. Yeah, I think I've sussed this out. No one's chatting with me today. They're all sulking because they're on the jungle.
Exactly.
It's the silent treatment.
I just finally got to the point of accepting the idea that we are in the jungle.
Well, there's still some people trying to hang on and continue to ride. 5 minutes behind us now. And Dean's off the back.
Yeah, I went to the bike shop by my work
Oh.
yesterday to get
Jeffrey,
some
you've
more
definitely.
scratch.
Here we go again. Can't get a word in.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Jeffrey, you've definitely got it. If you could do 30 miles, you're riding with friends as well. You can definitely ride 100.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's about as far as I rode before I rode my first century, and I didn't even know I was going to be doing it. Yeah, a friend of mine, I wanted to ride the century, this particular ride that I'm doing this weekend, and well, about a month or so, month and a half before it, I got a virus. That meant I couldn't train up. So, most I'd ridden at that point was 35 miles. Well, the Thursday before, my friend called me. He said, you need to meet me at 6 o'clock on Sunday. And that was all he said. Well, he knows that I ride at 6 a.m. with a friend. So I thought he meant 6 p.m. Oh, okay. And then he carried on. He said, I've already spoken to Yolanda, that's my wife. She said it's okay.
Ooh. Zap. Zap.
There we go.
Who's that?
Well, we've got some zaps then. Yeah, she says it's okay. Oh, what have you done, Jay? He said, just need to turn up and ride 100 miles with us. So that was my first ever century. Yeah,
I do find
just drink enough
do
that you
find
need to
that.
pee at every rest stop.
Yeah.
That's that'll keep you hydrated.
I find eating to be the hardest thing because that first bit I always feel so good.
Yeah.
That I just don't even think about eating. But I've gotten better at it, but no matter what, calorie intake is always my weakness.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't eat much when I'm on a ride, and I really don't feel like eating when I'm done on that kind of ride.
Yeah.
I got forced myself, really.
Have you ever tried the Scratch Super Fuel?
No. So I had a couple of friends ride their first century with us. It wasn't this one, it was a different one, but one of them had only been riding for 2 weeks, and he was riding a commuter. Furthest he'd ridden was 20 miles. Well, we got him through his century. At mile 86, the other guy said to me, what's the guy to do if he's cramping up real bad? I said, well, you haven't been drinking enough. We're 2 miles away from the next rest stop. Let's stop, stretch out, massage things, ease them up a bit. When we get to the next rest stop, you need a drink and you need something salty.
Yeah.
And then we just pootled in for the last 14 miles.
That's the big thing I've found is electrolytes have improved using electrolyte mixes they've improved my ability to sustain a lot more.
Yeah.
Unless if it's an extremely hot day, then typically I don't start feeling anything until like 50 or 60 miles. And usually it's more like my back starts hurting, or, you know, my shoulders and my neck or something. Except for when it's extremely hot out. And then, like I found out last Sunday, then I should bring an extra bottle just to pour over my head every so often.
Yeah.
Or at least take a break and do that somewhere. I have a problem with saying I'm going to stop and cool down for a moment in the shade, and then I never do it until all of a sudden I start seeing flying pigs.
Flying pigs and palm trees.
Yeah, so we still have 2 Tron bikes in the front.
Yeah. Yeah, if they're going to race, they're going to do well.
Maybe if I tuck in behind them, and then once I hit the dirt, just send it. As long as they don't already have my heart rate way up before then. Trying to keep their wheel.
Yeah, that's going to be the challenge. Although, when we did Road to Sky on the PTT, I started out on the gravel bike, on the mountain bike rather, with a plan of pulling the team down to the intersection, and I had no problems at all staying in the group on the tarmac.
Huh.
And then once we hit the gravel, descending down here, I was doing over 5 watts a kilo. Everyone was staying with me. I just kept up in the power a little bit at a time, keeping an eye on everyone, make sure we weren't dropping anybody. Nick was watching us that day and he said that we gained a minute doing that. That worked well. Our next lap, we'll be starting the final 1 kilometre sprint. Right around the turn here.
I don't even want it. My toes are going numb.
Oi, toes, wake up. I've had numb toes
Right.
for 7 months now.
Maybe it's that.
Yeah, I've had numb toes for 7 months now.
That's a long time to have numb toes.
Yeah. They're getting better.
My shoes are a little tight.
Now it's just barely perceivable. It's in the big toe. So I know things are getting better. And I mean, after the race yesterday, everyone was asking me how my leg was. I mean, it's not the leg that's giving me the problems, it's my chest. But when I rode to go and pick the packets up yesterday, I could feel it in my leg for sure. It feels like it's going to cramp up.
Still there, huh?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure damage got done and it's sorting itself out. So I think your only challenge here is going to be Star-Lord.
Yeah. And the fact that
he is on a Tron bike.
The fact that I don't even feel like doing it.
You've got 6.5 kilometers. You've got 6.5 kilometers yet.
But yeah, then my second challenge is Star-Lord.
Well, we've only got 8 people in this block, in this pack.
Maybe Star-Lord will be tired after pushing that Tron bike up all these hills.
He's doing 3 watts a kilo right now.
Yeah.
Hey Fernando, you liking the stream, my friend? At this rate, I won't even need to try and I'll be in the top 5. Hey there, Dad. Dropping in.
Hey there.
Morning, good afternoon.
And good night. Might as well.
It's not. That's why that time yet. It's 1 o'clock in the
Oh, yeah,
afternoon. You
save
okay?
that one for later. Just put that one in your pocket and take it out later on.
I remember if this week's there. 7:30 meeting, or if it's next week.
It's hot out there. Oh,
It's
not
hot,
bad.
isn't it? It's hot in here.
Right now, outside it's 76 and 76% humidity. Probably about like your basement right now, huh?
What's the humidity in the house? 62%.
A little lower.
What's the temperature in the house? 78. I'm going to try combining these, see what Siri does with that. What's the temperature and the humidity in the house? Just give me the humidity. Yesterday I did that,
Give you
and
give you the dew point in your house.
yesterday I asked that, and she said it's 78 degrees in my home. I thought, your home? That's a bit audacious, presumptuous.
Is that California? I guess it's always better than, ordering. Okay, ordering 10 cases of toilet paper from Amazon. Something like that. No, Siri, no.
I didn't come third last week, Dad. I came fifth. Fourth, sorry. With a small number of people that we have here today, I guess I could do well again today, but I'm not going to today. It's rather warm and humid here in the basement. That's sapping energy. And I'm back on tennis shoes as well, just so I put a rest. down.
What was that all about? Firefighter hit an arrow for some reason. I don't think they intend to sprint yet. And just pull it back now. Everyone's with me. Adam Boyko. Got it right on. Just in case I missed anybody in the ride on, but it doesn't look like it. Have a good lunch, Owen.
Alright. Enjoy lunch. Thanks.
Yeah, sorry, I was supposed to wake you up. I forgot.
Wake up!
I was gonna wake her up in between the two rides, but I was too busy trying to get my workout out of the way.
Yeah, Owen did really well. He did. Well, it'd be really funny if no one sprinted.
That would be fine with me.
It would be with me as well. But I'm just going to do my own thing anyway.
Can't get my toes to stop being numb.
Right, Starlord is starting to drop behind a little, but now he's going to be able to pick up the pace. Here go those Tron bikes, cutting through the path. Right, content. No, they're out the front now. Needs to hold on to the back of at least one of those. And this section right here, which seems to be doing pretty well. And on to the gravel. This is the time when he can shine. And he's pulling away. Although Joe is matching him for watts, seems to be in the draft. Just holding the pace. There we go. Nice win, Rick. That's how to do it.
Thanks. I had a little too much gear going on.
Yeah. Well, so the draft that Joe was getting off you was just allowing him to keep station. And same watts per kilo. He couldn't catch up on you. Hey, Volzord. Yeah. Small path. Right. Nicely done. And Joe doesn't have a heart rate. So there's only 3 of the top 8 that do. Sorry, 4, counting me. So I'll come in 4th.
Oh, man. Now my toes are really numb.
I'll take those shoes off. Floor again. Wiggle the toes. Do your diddly squats. Finish this kilometre out. I'm going to say thank you to everybody for joining us on the stream this morning. Much appreciated. I'll be back Monday morning with Rick, no doubt.
Yeah.
Until then, have yourselves a good weekend. All right. Thanks, Dad.
Happy weekend.
Yeah. Bye for now.
And Friday.